Okay, so just to confirm that now the audio is good. Okay, thank you for that. You learn something new every single day, and I guess that's part of what I do, on YouTube. It's about being different, challenging myself. Um, I've got a hashtag called hashtag driven me, and the idea is to stay driven and trying new things. So, going live is one of those things which was a bit fearful because again technology is there. It's very complicating. If you see what I see now in front of me, it's pretty scary. All the stats going on, the screens, so it's pretty intimidating. But I guess you live and learn and try. Okay. I just came back from another camping trip earlier today, this morning. I went to a place called Ulu Tamu, and right now into my motorsport hobby, I'm into camping. That's my current hobby, and most likely by early next year, I'll probably going into some track events with a special car. So, so yeah, that's it. So let's see. I feel like singing some song. Maybe guys who are watching can maybe can comment in the comment section and tell me what cars are you driving and what cars you want to get. What's your dream car? And maybe we can start a conversation about cars. Cakap-cakap lah kita punya bawa sekarang. Any topic ke? No topic lah. I mean hari ni I saja nak cuba live stream to see how it works and maybe give an update to anybody yang ada soalan lah, right now, if you don't know about me, I do YouTube, and YouTube is just a part-time thing I do. Dia bukan apa-apa. Uh, I'll come to that question later. It's a part-time thing I do. Full-time, I'm actually into finance, and on top of that, recently I began a new side business to do tuning for cars, ECU tuning. I've joined DNA Tuning, and I have my own franchise. And you'll see in September I'll be launching that as a product lah. And you can, kalau you orang ada kereta nak tuning, you can call me and I can tune your cars for you. So we got a question from Sridhar Aruna Ginathan. I have a question. Can Proton borrow Geely electric technology vehicles and use it in their lineup to develop their own EV or plug-in hybrid? Is it logical? I think it's illogical if they don't do it, because if you see like in China they've got a mandate. I think it's 2030 that I think a quite large percent of cars in China must be electric. So in Malaysia for us to pick up, I think it's just a matter of time. Kalau you orang think about the fact macam last week Mini Cooper launched their electric car, 218,000 ringgit I think, which is pretty cheap kalau bayangkan, electric car. So kita thinking at electric cars in Malaysia is quite far away, but we are getting there. And for Proton to have electric cars through Geely, I think it's highly possible. We don't know macam mana fuel prices will go, whether we will actually see that electric vehicle may be a better option. We don't know, with COVID and semua, we just don't know lah. Tapi I use a hybrid, and I think hybrid is quite nice. It's different feel lah. Kalau you tempat nak bawa hybrid, please go and try it out, and I think you'll enjoy it lah. It's a different feel altogether. Hybrid, electric, it's a nice way to enjoy a driving experience. Oh, now it's 3 o'clock. Wow, this is hard. Maybe a question to everybody out there. Um, how often do you think I should do videos? Should I do a video every week, or like couple of videos every week, or should I focus on having one quality video every 2 weeks? Because if you think about doing videos, some videos yang a lot of contents I can do, I can do with high quality videos and high quality content, but it takes more time. Then there are the videos which I can do randomly, take a camera and shoot, which I can do probably every few days, of a few videos every week. So which you think is the better option? You know, like you have more content more frequent, or better content less frequent? You know, what is your thought? Okay. Sridhar says thanks. My question is based on my assignment. Yeah. Okay. I think yeah. I mean, electric cars. Why not? Electric cars is the way to go. There's the only reason electric cars is not um, electric cars hasn't taken over the world is only one reason, if you ask me. Only one reason. Not reliability. Not about the fuel cell ethanol. Only one reason. It's convenience. To recharge a battery in an electric car, it will take you about what I think the Mini takes about half an hour to charge 80%. Some cars are more and less, but it's not a 5 minutes thing. So if recharging a car it's a 5 minutes thing, or if it's a just go there, pump your petrol, so you pump your current and you can go away, it will kick off. You know, and I think maybe one of the options they can do is like the same way we have petrol. I mean, our cooking gas. We go and give our gas tank and we refill. Maybe an option is what we call if they have standardized battery packs for all the cars in the world. And what you do is you go to a Petronas and you say, look here, I want a new fuel cell, and you give your fuel battery in, and they give you a new one, plug it in, and you're gonna go on your merry way. So if that's possible, I think yeah, within 1-2 minutes you're in there, you get new power pack, and you're off on the road. That would work, because that also means that the cost of the battery is borne by the Petronas and the Petron of the world, opposed to the battery cost being borne by the owners. Because if you think about electric car, in electric car you've got what you got your motor, which are brushless motor. The lifespan of the motors are very high. Brakes are not required because you got electric braking, but there are brakes if you want to, and everything else is pretty much the wear and tear is very minimal. You know, the one thing on electric car which is wear and tear is the battery. So the battery problem is solved. I think you've got a fantastic future. And one way I think is possible is having, as I said before, you know, you go into Petronas and you unplug your battery and you put new battery in, and you're off on your merry way. So yeah, maybe it's an idea. Maybe someone will pick up the idea and use it. Um, okay, Sridhar says I'll do better quality more. Yeah, I think um, yeah, I like to do better quality ones. But people do ask about doing videos, so I just do them. Let's see, you know, let's see. We got a question more. You should test drive the Honda City 2020 when it comes out. Yes, I would. I would definitely when it comes out. If I get a chance, I'll do. Review the X70. Now, as you know, I'm not professionally into YouTube. I mean, I do YouTube videos, but this is not my thing. So when the X70 came out, everybody reviewed the X70. So I didn't want to fall into that also do a review on X70. I prefer doing something that's different and not done before. But now I think that the X50 is coming out. Maybe it's a good time to review the X70 to see what we think about the X70 at this present point in time. You know, maybe, yeah, I think I'll do that. 1 second, yeah. Who's this? Okay, that's my wife. Um, what's the progress of my MG? It's been a while in the workshop. Yeah, so the MG is a very unfortunate story. So I bought the MG from yes, Speed Cartel MG update. So I'll do a video. I promise you. I think I'll maybe I'll go to the shop today or tomorrow and see the MG, what's happening with that. So the story with the MG is this. I bought the MG on 4th of January. I remember that very clearly from Chris. I bought the car was running, but it wasn't up to my standard. I wanted to be perfect for Evo Enduro, and we start digging, and we end up doing a full top engine rebuild. That's done. Intakes all grinded. We did the new wheels on the car, done. Then what else happened? Oh, cooling system. We got new cooling hoses. We got new engine mounts. We got pretty much the engine is taken care for. Then the owner of the shop, Ken, so I think you've seen some of the videos where Ken is in the video. Ken's shop in PJ got taken over by the owner. The owner didn't want to continue the tenancy, so he had to close down his shop. So and just before MCO, and when MCO happened, he wanted to move to a new shop. That shop couldn't be ready in time, so he kind of dragged on. So I lost about 2 3 months because the car could not be in a workshop. So it was in Ken's house, parked inside his house for 3 months, and only now recently it came back to his new shop in SS6 in PJ. It's all done now. They're doing some wiring checks, and then after that, the car should be ready for me to do my bit. So my bit on the MG would be I'm doing the I'm doing this. So I'm doing the exhaust, a new exhaust system because the catalytic converter is gone. I'm doing new shocks. I'm doing custom Titan shocks, and then I'm doing a whole new interior, leather, wrap steering, seats, dashboard, everything. So it's going to be the best MGF in Malaysia, you know, and hopefully that car will be Evo Enduro ready. Delbert Roy, when is Evo Enduro? So Evo Enduro this year has been postponed from August. We are doing Evo Enduro in December. So the plan is 26th December. We are doing Evo Enduro, and it will go on till the 5th of January. We are waiting for confirmations from the Thai authorities to see how we can cross the border, how we can go and get to Thailand. Hopefully COVID-19 will pass by then. If not, we will see what we can do. Delbert Roy, what's your dream car? Okay, dream car. The one classic car that I want to have, that I really want to have, and again, I ask for your help over here. Anybody out there help me out here. My father had a Peugeot 504, a simple sedan 504, and I've been looking for years to buy that car, and that same model, Peugeot 504, and I cannot find it. If any of you can find a Peugeot 504, please let me know. My email, my phone number is there, or my Facebook page, Tana Christian and Friends. Contact me, and I want to buy the Peugeot 504. That's more for the fact that it's the car that my father had. My first experience driving and sitting in a Continental car to my father. But my dream car per se would be a Ferrari 328 GTB, because I like McLaren PI, Tom Selleck with his mustache, and I want to be in a McLaren PI car, you know, Ferrari 328 GTB. That's my dream car, you know. In between, maybe I might get like another Porsche, or maybe F30, you know, something like a Ferrari. But the goal would be to get a 328 GTB. Ajim Pan, hi Mustana, hi Jim, how are you? Enduro, my thoughts on Lexus RX 350 2011 driving experience. Should I expect it to be sporty or comfy? Now the Lexus, okay, let's think. I've driven the IS, I've driven the RX, I've driven the NX, and let me tell you, none of the Lexus are sporty or will it ever be sporty, because that wasn't the design of Lexus. Lexus are designed to be refined, to be comfortable, and I think when I drove the I don't know, Lexus, it almost makes you want to slow down, to chill out, to relax. You know, everything about the seats, the way you hold the steering, everything is so comfortable that it makes you want to pace down life. So I think if you're out for sporty, get a BMW. Simple as that, because the BMW with its rear wheel drive and a torquey engine, it will give you a good driving experience. You'll feel sporty, you feel comfortable, you feel safe, and it makes you want to push, it makes you want to find that limit. If you want to get a car that will go fast, straight road, highway, no question asked, get an Audi. Or yeah, get an Audi, you know, no question asked, you know. Audis are easy to drive. BMWs is a driver's car. It makes you want to learn your limits, what do you do, where do you go, and all that bit. So again, Lexus is not a sporty car, but it's a very beautiful car. It's a very comfortable, beautiful car to be in. So so yeah, try it. Okay, question: should I buy a HRV or Civic or any second hand at 130,000 ringgit. Wow. True story. 5 years ago. 5 years ago, my wife's Myvi had some issues and we're looking for a car to buy. And we looked at both the HRV and the Civic. Now, they are very sensible cars. I mean, the Hondas. Sensible, it's perfectly fine. But I think this is where you got to understand. See, his question was from Delbert, HRV, Civic, or any car for second hand at 130K. Now, a lot of us buy cars which are sensible financially. What that means is you look at a car and you say, oh, you know what, this car used to be a $200,000 car. Today, after 5 years, it's worth 100,000 ringgit. You know, it's a great deal. Let's buy it. Because we're living in a very kiasu mentality environment. We're living in a world whereby everybody wants to make more money. You know, everybody wants to benefit from the person losing money. Do not do that. You know, because a car after that first week, a car will lose its new girlfriend charm. And I want you to think about this for a while. If you go to a test drive, that first drive, you go like, wow, this is fantastic, this is nice. But when you get the car home, you find that maybe this isn't the car for me. And that's why you got to understand that the car that will really sing to your heart is a car that fits your lifestyle. An HRV and a Civic are two different lifestyles. You know, HRV is fantastic if you are meaning to carry a lot of things, because HRV folds flat in the back seat and you got a big space to carry things. Fantastic. If you got someone who's older in your house, let's say a parent or a grandmother who wants to get in, HRV has got better approach angle to kind of put your bum in and sit. So for them it's fantastic. For older people, they love HRVs, they love Myvis because it's easy to enter. A Civic is low, so for them to enter, it's a bit hard. So really think about what would you do with the car. If the car becomes to you useful every single day, then you will say, this is the car that I bought and this is the car that's perfect for my lifestyle. So if you don't have the lifestyle, don't pick a car. You know, 130K car, it's a lot of cars in the market, but you got to see, Delbert Roy, what is your lifestyle? And once you do that, fantastic. HRV versus X70. Wow, I actually prefer the X70 because I'm not a very brand conscious person. X70, I think, X70. If you buy X70 today, what will happen is this. Delbert, think about this. You buy an X70, and then you'll say, I am cursed. You know why you're cursed? You're cursed because the next car you're gonna get, what car can you get after an X70? Think about it. You will have Napa leather, panoramic roof, you know, like all the high Proton, like all the nice features over there in the Proton X70. You buy the top spec, and then you go like, shit, what car do I buy now? Maybe a Volvo, you know. So it does put you in a higher benchmark for your next car. And HRV, the things in HRV which you buy today, it would not give you a wow factor for the next car. Next car could be maybe another Civic, could be a Vios, could be a Camry. You know, it's fine. But the X70 has a wow factor. The wow factor in all the gadgetry in the car, the features, the seats. I think X70 has a lot to give. You know, so get the X70, in my opinion, because again, to me, it's about being driven. It's about pushing your boundaries. If you get an X70, your next car is going to be so much difficult for you to find the next car. It's going to be very difficult. Yeah. Yeah, if you're fitting your soul, you shouldn't be looking at buying cars. You're right. Now, obviously, I don't know how old you are, but yeah, but again, if you're looking at cars, the car should meet your lifestyle. Do not look at cars and prices. So that's I think my point. Okay, Delbert. Okay, Sridhar. I plan to rent for the. Oh, okay. So Sridhar says he wishes to rent the RX 350 for a day, and to see whether he likes the car or vehicle, which is an excellent idea, because what I've noticed is when you get a car to review for a day, or versus for an hour or two, you get more feel for what the car is when you use the car for a day or two. You really get to sense of, oh, do I want the car or not, and does it fit my lifestyle. With the Lexus, I think do a Ipoh drive to Ipoh, because Ipoh number one has got places that are hard to park, and you'll notice that the parking sensors, the cameras will be fantastic in that car. Visibility will be fantastic. You'll feel that the seats are so comfortable to drive in. You'll feel that 2 hour plus drive will be very short. You'll feel that the ventilated seats are fantastic. So those kind of short distances drive on the highway, I think, will make you appreciate the Lexus. It's definitely a better cruiser, opposed to maybe I mean, if something more, I don't know, rowdy like a Golf GTI. A Golf GTI, for example, is fantastic for town driving. It's like a Myvi, of the Volkswagens. You go in there, you chill out, you get in there, it's fine. But yeah, consider do a drive to Ipoh, and I think you'll enjoy it. Okay. Okay. See what else we have here. Let me see my comments. Okay. So again, thank you for joining me. Yeah. So this is obviously unplanned. Well, it's a planned video, but it's just something that I'm doing off the cuff. Hi TJ, how are you? Thank you for joining. Just testing out the technology, brother. See how it works. Um, TJ is a professional photographer. If all of you haven't um, been to the Horizon page, so again, I think before that, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the Horizon team itself. I think a lot of us watch the Horizon team in bits and pieces here and there, but they don't actually fully comprehend what the Horizon team comprises. So the Horizon team comprises of obviously Bobby Young is there, and there are people who are full time into the Horizon team, and they are professionals. They are media guys. They are professional reviewers, and we got guys who are like myself. I'm not a full timer with Horizon, but I contribute my bit to the Horizon team itself. Same as Kardok, Fadil, they contribute to the Horizon team. And TJ, for example, TJ is actually a professional photographer. He's got a channel on YouTube where he does some bits here and there. His work, if you see all the photographs that are beautifully done in the Horizon page, they are from TJ itself. So TJ goes by Tanis Jitsawat. He does fantastic photos and videos. So yeah, TJ owns Rapid, right? No, so TJ, one of his business is, so TJ does professional photography for his company. So he does, for example, we saw the Porsche launch, that was by TJ himself. But TJ also co-owns a dealership where they sell imported cars. So TJ and his partner actually have got few for sale. There we go. TJ says no Rapid for sale. So if you guys want to see a Rapid for sale, TJ is the person to buy, because I think there's no more for sale in Malaysia except with TJ. So go and visit TJ's place. I will give you a link somewhere here so you can go and check it out. But yeah, they've got pretty exciting cars, from Ferraris to Rapids for sale. What else? See, Audi A4. What cars do you own? Okay. Audi A4 or Honda Accord 2020. You shouldn't ask the question because I'm Audi biased. But I think they are two different vehicles. The Honda Accord, it's larger. Yeah. TJ says they got two Rapid. So the Honda Accord is much larger. It's much more cheaper to maintain. Obviously, it's a Honda. It's basic interior. The Audi A4 will make you feel special. The drive is better, sharper. So again, I'm a person that I don't think there's any car in the world that are truly bad. Maybe if it's this car over here, this is a Porsche Boxster 986, like the one that I own. But all cars are fantastic by their own right. It all goes to what is your preference. Personally, myself, I'll buy an Audi A4 because I don't think the Honda Accord is worth the money. Or do I think that I will actually um, ferry people in comfort all the while? I've got my Audi A6 for that. You know, my Audi A4 will give me a different feel, a different environment, a different thing. Yes, I'll come back to that. This was on the Supra. What's this? How many cars do I own? Oh boy, there are cars that I own officially, and there are cars that I own my wife doesn't know about. So, um, the cars that I own, that I have now, I've got a Porsche Boxster, which is in the workshop. I've got the MGF. I've got the um, Almera Myvi, Audi A6, Ford Everest, and I think I'm missing out. I don't know. Okay. Is there a review for my Audi? I had a video out on the Audi review, but I think I need to do a bit more detailed review. What do you think of, am I skipping any Merdeka plans? I'll come back to your Merdeka plans, Lucifer King, Merdeka plans. So I just came back from a camping trip. So my Merdeka plan was spending a night in the jungle, which was fantastic. And I think everybody out there should go out camping and enjoy what nature has to offer. Going down. Kia Sorento 2.5 versus my Ford Everest. Now, okay, this is a fantastic question. Now, a lot of people out there, they look at SUVs and they think SUVs are all the same. SUVs are not all the same. I tell you why. Some SUVs are designed for road use. They are meant to be on the road, like your CRVs. You know, even the Sorento, they are meant more for road use. So when you take those vehicles to go off-road, it doesn't work. The Ford Everest is one of those vehicles whereby it's designed 100% based on the Ford Ranger. So you're getting a pickup truck, you're getting the same chassis, the same axle, you're getting the same gearbox, same engine, same suspension. It's exactly a Ford Ranger, except the back has been converted into two more rows of seats. You know, one row of seats you can fold down, and one row of seats, the third row of seats, which you can remove out. So if you are a family man and you want to go off-road and you want to be enclosed space, the Ford Everest is the truck for you, you know. In that category, we've got things like your MUX Isuzu, we've got your, what do you call this, Fortuner, you know. But the Ford Everest, in my opinion, is better because the better approach angle. That's when the truck goes into, let's say, the water or going up a hill. You've got better approach angle from the tire to the bumper itself. So it's better for off-road use. That's why I got the Everest. Let me just scroll down. Ooh, comments are flying now. Okay, is there a toy Supra behind you? Sure lah. Okay, actually it is. They did the Supra launch, and they gave me this Supra toy. It's still in the box here. I think I might give this away when I hit 10,000 subscribers. You know, it is official Toyota Gazoo Racing Supra toy. I think I'll give this away when I hit 10,000 subscribers. Okay. And I got one more here. This is from Volvo. This is, this is designed in Sweden. Okay. Let's go on here. Sam Ram. I am passionate of cars. What business do you think is best suited to start as a part-time without huge capital? Actually, I had the same thought too, because I'm into cars, but obviously I do another work. I'm now doing tuning recently, and I'm going to go into more full force in the next coming months. But I think into cars, if you're passionate means you're specialized. So you have to pick a particular model. If you're a Ford guy, if you're an Audi guy, you know, whatever it is, pick a particular model. And I think bringing in certain parts or bringing in certain accessories for a particular car doing group buys in your particular car group, I think it's an excellent idea. So if you're in a car group, for example, you're in the Audi forum, or if you are in the Ford forum, um, say, guys, look here, I've got this thing here, I want to do a group buy. You guys commit to me 50% and I'll get for you the stuff and I'll import it from China. You'd be surprised a lot of the people out there will actually buy from you because it's cheaper. It's way cheaper. You know, you look at, let's say, a player, side skirt. You know, all those things are much cheaper from China, and start with that first, because I think you need to go and see. You need to learn the art of doing business. Like for me, for example, doing YouTube. In YouTube, there's an art of doing a video and making a thumbnail and making shots, in speaking, in articulating, in planning your videos. There's a lot of work involved. So if you don't try it, you don't know. But try something small. Try doing group buy car accessories. If it's a part that I can buy, I'll support you too. Don't worry, I'll buy from you on particular part. So Sam Ram, I hope that helps you. TJ says Accord gets you from A to B, A4 gets you from A to B with one factor. I agree, TJ. Absolutely agree. I think what's life without a little more fun? Sridhar says, is it okay to target my first car from now? I love the Mazda 3 hatchback, BP, but I okay. Cars are interesting, you know. Cars are like a girlfriend. You can always plan to have a girlfriend which is tall, sexy, slim, fair, whatever it is, but it doesn't work the way you want it to. You know, all I can say is don't stress yourself about things. You know, when you're ready to buy a particular car, you know, have a budget in mind, and go and look at what's available at the point in time. You know, and drive as much as car as possible. And when you feel in the car, you feel like, look here, I fall in love, the drive is fantastic, this is the car that I want to get. Once you're set your mind to that particular car, do your homework on the particular car and buy that car itself. For you to think about buying a car in, let's say, um, in 5 years to buy a car now, I think it's not right. You know, you can learn about cars. Don't close your mind to a particular car. You know, in 5 years, what happened, you never know. In 5 years, you never know the car that you meet. In 5 years, you may find a car that's totally impractical. You may see a Mazda MX-5 NA and you fall in love with it, a Miata. You never know, you know. But trying to lock your mind to say, I want to get that car in 3 years or 5 years, as a goal, it's fine. As a goal, it's fine because it is, it's a goal. That's fine. But don't lock yourself, you know. Go and drive the car, feel the car, fall in love, and then buy the car, you know. Okay, thank you, Lucifer. Shakirin ask, Setana kerja apa sebenarnya? Oh, saya sebenarnya kerja dalam bidang perakaunan and finance lah. You know, I cannot reveal my company. Tapi I kerja untuk one large company. I'm the director of finance for the company lah. So that's what I do. Mitsubishi Pajero Sport VGT versus Ford Everest. Are you? I'm very brand loyal to Ford lah. But Pajero, I think it's a fantastic vehicle. Pajero Sport, obviously, you have seen the Pajero Sport go to the Sahara and come out. You know, fantastic build quality. It's also, but I don't know. I just drove the Pajero on the road. It feels nice. Off road, I think like, you know, for example, I'll give you an idea. Steering itself. So on the Everest, I just find it's a bit more softer, so that when you go off-road, it doesn't actually pull you back as much. So it gives me more confidence on the Everest opposed to the Pajero. So that's why I got it, you know. So maybe in the future I'll change, I don't know. Fortuner is a bit cheaper, 4x4 with luxury a bit. I don't know. I just find that when the Fortuner, the new Fortuner, I think it's nice. It's very luxurious. It's very pretty, like the Hilux. But I want to try new things, you know. Buying a Toyota for me is like, yeah, you want a Toyota, it won't break down. So what? You know, nothing to talk about. Chu Yang says, yeah, there's one for sale. Okay, Dilbert says, I'm your first subscriber. Okay, Thank you, sir. I see the Kia Sorento 2.5 is a good deal. Yes, you're right. I agree. The I think the Kia Sorento, if you're not going off road, if it's a bit of, I think if you're doing things like the beach drive or to a river and all that stuff, and for town driving, the Kia Sorento I think is an excellent deal. The interior of the car, how comfortable it is, how it drives, I think it's a fantastic deal. Um, it's a fantastic deal. Simple as that. You know, it's a four-wheel drive with a leather frame chassis. Yes, but again, I think if you think about Kia's uh, pickup truck technology, and you look at cars, I mean, it may have leather frame, it may be four-wheel drive. An a full-time four-wheel drive is good. Obviously, you need that for going off-road, but it will not be as good as something that's built off a pickup assembly line, because one of the main thing is you want to get parts. When you do modding, you want to get parts for your vehicle to go off-roading. You want to get the suspensions, the kits, the lifts, and all that stuff. So Kia Sorento, I'm not familiar with the Kia Sorento as a pickup truck itself. I'm not sure if Kia has a pickup truck version in Malaysia. There are more people using the Ford Ranger and the Everest in Malaysia, so it's easier for you to get parts for modding. So modding is a big thing. No pickup truck is perfect as is. You must mod to go off-road, and without that modding scene, then parts, you're gone pretty much. But other than that, I think the Sorento is fantastic. It's a great deal. Wow. Do you think the Mazda 2 is worth the money? Another RM5K can get a Civic. I think the Mazda 2 is Mazda in another couple of years. I think people will not be comparing Mazda to Civics anymore, or to Honda anymore. I find that the Mazda's language philosophy, it's way better than Honda. And to give you an idea how to say this, you get into a Honda, in the first 5 minutes, from the cleavage the car shows how sexy it is, you'll fall in love with the car. After driving the car for, let's say, a day or two, be thinking like, maybe not. The Mazda grows on you. The more you drive the Mazda, and you feel like, oh, you know what, I didn't see that before. Oh, you know what, that's a nice feature. You know what, nice fact, the fact the screen is actually below the windscreen. So small things, the Mazda will come to you. I just think the Mazda language is better. But then again, I think the other thing to think about is the resale value. The Mazda will have a poorer resale value opposed to the Honda, unless the CX-5. CX-5 has got good value for resale. So again, bro, I mean, drive the car, see what you like, and then make a decision. If don't buy the car because someone says it's nice. Don't buy the car because someone thinks it looks good. Don't buy the car because resale value is good. Buy the car because it speaks to you. You park the car, you off the car, and you walk out, and you go like, you know what? It looks beautiful. If you can't fall in love with that car, don't buy it. Don't buy the car on what's on paper. Okay, what's the world's best looking SUV? And someone replied, Lamborghini Urus, bro. I think you're right, Lamborghini Urus. Can I see your ears? Why are you putting on headsets? Oh, I do have ears. I'm just wearing a headset, because it's easier to see, easier to hear. How you got involved in Horizon team? Rahul Rao asked. Okay, interesting story. Exactly last year, yeah, exactly last year, 31st August. Last year, Merdeka, I went on Evo Enduro Drive to Thailand. So I went for a drive. I met Bobby and all that, And Bobby and I clicked. We talked, and became good friends in Thailand. And I think that's part of the reason why you should go to Evo Enduro. You meet people, you become friends, and you connect. We came back. We had a Merdeka Day drive on 14th of September. The dates is very clear in my mind. It was Hari Malaysia. We drove to Cameron. And at that point in time, I started making like 1-2 videos back then. I think that's about it. And Bobby saw me and said, look, Tana, you're making videos. Why don't you do you want to do videos and kind of join us? I said, why not? So I think the answer to that is, if you guys want to kind of be involved in Ryzen or anyone else for the matter, um, go out there, do videos, go out there, do videos and get good at it. People will see you and they will say, come join me. So my involvement in Ryzen has been pretty much meeting Bobby, seeing him, becoming good friends with him. He saw my video and he liked it, and he asked me to join him. Simple as that. Delbert asked, how much did I buy the Ford Everest for? 50,000 ringgit. How you became car enthusiast? I think every boy out there is a car enthusiast. My dad used to change cars every 3 to 4 years. So growing up, we always had cars, from a Morris Minor to a Peugeot 504 to Mazda, to Familia, many cars, Volkswagen Beetle, Volkswagen Combi, yet many cars. So I always been into cars because my dad, and my dad will be working on his cars in our garage, and he'll say, son, come. He called me son, by the way. And I give him a wrench or give him a spanner, so I learn about working on cars. So my fondest memory of my dad, who passed away, is being on cars, and that's pretty much why I love cars and vehicles, because it makes me want to connect with my dad. So Sridhar says, I tested the Mazda 3 Tana. I'm 18 now. After got my license, 2 weeks later, at my Mazda 3, I think, yeah, correct. Mazda 3 has got fantastic packaging, I would say. The packaging as a car itself, the handling, the interior, how it feels, everything just comes together very well. Sometimes you don't need a lot of power. Sometimes too much power will mean that something is lost, the traction, or it feels a bit twitchy, whatever. I think it's just a very good packaging. Mazda 3, it's a fantastic package. TJ goes by the word, by the name Tanis, I can see here. He's actually a Thai national. Praveen asks, have you faced any reliability issues with the Audi A6 hybrid battery? Also, how much is it to change the battery? So Praveen, so I'm also the president of the Audi A6 club. We have about, I'll tell you now itself how many we have. We have exactly, one second. So we have got, see, I got 470 messages in my group. We've got about 210 people, I think, about in the group. I'm not going to open this. And out of the 200 people in the group, these are all owners, not enthusiasts, not people who like the A6, people who actually owns Audi A6. This is the owners group. There is zero, there's no one that, maybe one, no, there's zero people there who have had a hybrid battery failure. Zero. So what that means is, the battery is never a failure, because this isn't a fully electric car like a Prius. This is a hybrid battery. It's meant to complement, and the batteries are high capacity battery, and so far after 7 years none has failed. What do fail is the AC/DC inverter. That will fail, and that fails because of the cooling system. So again, it's all linked up, and I think that if you're a person that you can look after your car, you can check your temperature, make sure it drives well, you feel the car is a bit sluggish, something is wrong, you can go to the mechanic and check it out. I think the A6 hybrid is as reliable as any other petrol engine car. Adiba, hi, how are you? Hey Adiba, how are you? Adiba is part of our gang, Nas Abdullah Army. So yeah, Salam Merdeka. Thank you, Adiba. My RX-8, was it nice? Why I sold the car? My RX-8 was wonderful. Why I sold the RX-8? Because I stupidly bought an automatic. So I drove the car, I had it for about a year plus, and I was like, oh shit, I wish I had the manual. And I sold the automatic, and I never bought a manual again. So one of those things that you just sell, and you never buy again. But I managed to relive that experience through NAS. Thank you for that. Praveen asks, how do I join the Evo group? So there's an Evo Enduro WhatsApp group that we do, and with the group we go for drives and stuff. So what I recommend is keep a lookout for all of us. So whether it be Crispy, myself, Bobby, Bang, Chiang, whoever, all the guys in the group, HP for example, follow us, and now and then we'll drop hints on our Facebook page or on the videos. We got a drive today, you know, come for the drive. If you come for the drive, automatically we'll add you in the group, and then you are updated to join for further drives. Nanda Kumaran, thank you. Congrats on your Ford Everest. Welcome to four wheeling. Love to see your rig fully built, and of course a video on Tamil. Yes, four wheeling is a term I learned recently. You know, in Australia it's four wheeling. I love the Everest because it opens up a whole door opportunity to do mods and do DIY stuff. And yes, I've got a really big plan out for my Everest. It's not going to be a very crazy monstrous build, but it's going to be a build with rooftop tent and side rails and battery systems and storage compartments and kitchen and all that stuff. So yeah, I can't wait. And Tamil videos, yes, I will do Tamil video. Yes, Praveen, yes, to join the convoys. Yeah, correct. So keep a lookout. So what I'll do is in my next drive we'll do, I'll put a posting out on my FB page, Tana Krishnan and friends. Keep a lookout on FB page. I'll put a note there, and just come to the particular spot we have mentioned on that posting, and you can join. Dilbert asks, do you like motorcycles? Yes, I do. I have a Scrambler actually, which I haven't driven in 6 months, and I want to get back into motorbikes, but I'm a bit fearful as I get older of falling down, injuring my arm and stuff. You know, I've got a bad elbow still, so that's why I kind of stopped two-wheeling. But yes, I do love motorcycles. Darwis Buang just got in the Audi A4 B9 218. Wonderful, wonderful. Loving the car, bro. Love how you're passionate about the Audis. No, I'm not biased against Audi because I have an Audi. I just find that Audi have a good balance. It's a good balance of being. It's not a BMW, nor is it a Mercedes. It's something different. It feels a bit Japanese because it's got the front wheel drive system in some cars. Some cars are quattro. It's very refined. The interior, I love the language of the interior itself. If you don't go for the latest and newest Audi, I think that the cockpit is fantastic. I love the more chiseled look of the cockpits, which is why I like the older BMWs. They've got a very nice squarish dashboard, you know. So yeah. Do you have children? Yes, I got 3 children. They are 4, 7, and 10. Anderson Victor, hey macha, happy Independence Day, bro. Yeah, thank you, sir. Same to you, bro. Rahul, if the Audi A6 battery goes into failure, can you still drive the car with a petrol engine, or does it go to safe mode? So I believe if it goes to a failure, it goes to a safe mode and lets you still drive the car. There are talks in the forum, because in Canada, for example, they've got the Q5 hybrid, which is the same as this Exodus hybrid platform. But yeah, you know, you could if you wanted to do it, but I think no one has done it because it's so built in, so integrated. It's not worth for you to go and try to convert one into a petrol engine. Dilbert are asking a lot of questions. Yeah, thank you. அண்ணா தமிழ் தெரியுமா? தமிழ் தெரியும், நல்லா பேசுவேன், கொஞ்சம் இல்லை பேசுவேன். ஐ மீன் முந்தி வந்து நான் என்னோடய ஒய்ஃப் பார்க்கும்போது தமிழ் கொஞ்சம் தமிழ் பேசுவேன், கஷ்டப்படுவேன். இப்போ வந்து நானாக்கா நம்ம ஒய்ஃப் கிட்டே பழகி தமிழ் கொஞ்சம் ஓகே ஆச்சுப்பேன். ஸோ அப்படின்னு நான் சூப்பராக பேச மாட்டேன், ஆனால் பேசுவேன். பிபி, car to motorcycle family. Yes, correct. It's all goes. I'm open game today. Praveen, I've got a BMW 525 E60 and a BMW 528 F10. Wow. Trying to tune, but I heard if I tune my E60, I would face liability issue because it's an NA engine. Is it true? So, on the BMW 525 E60, I would say tune the car if you are really after that last 5%, because on the 525 E60 you will not gain as much performance gains as you would want it to. You know, the gains are just not there. You know, it's not really fantastic. On the 528 F10, yes, on that engine you get good gains. Okay. Most of your members have many cars and some luxurious. How would that possible with family commitments? Other put me back. Say again, Sam Ram. 1 second. Once again, Sam Ram. What's your question again? Most of your members have many cars and some luxurious. How could that possible with family commitments and others? I love old cars like Crispy, but thinking about getting about the maintenance pull me back. Okay, okay. I think I see your question over here. Um, I think first and foremost, do not compare yourself with anybody. Don't compare yourself with anybody out there. Um, yeah, I know. I can hear shouting too. 1 second. I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about that. It's my wife with the kids. Um, Extremely sorry about that. Okay, so the question was, well, the question was, how do you buy electric cars and have few cars and stuff? Um, okay. Do not compare yourself with anybody else. Some guys may have driving a Ferrari or a Porsche or a BMW, and you may be driving a Myvi. Totally fine. Buy what makes you happy. And I think with the car you have, try to get the enjoyment of that particular vehicle itself. Um, some people like to go to the mechanic shops. For example, I like to go to mechanic shops to see them, talk to them, and learn about cars. So does Chris V. So for him, it's a passion. So he buys old cars. For him, the maintenance part of the car, old car itself, that's the fun part. Maintaining the car itself, it's fun for Chris V. And I can also feel the same way too. I love to maintain those cars. Um, yeah, it's fantastic. Some people would want to have more luxurious car because it's part of their job itself. So don't get turned off by it, because once you find a way, once you have a goal, the goal being, let's say, the goal is I want to have a 40,000 ringgit Rolex watch. You'll find a way to get the money to buy it. But if you don't set the goal, you'll never buy it, because there's no reason to go on, no reason to live, no reason to wake up the next day, no reason to do anything. So set your mind to what car you want. Sam Ram, anything. It could be a cheap car, expensive car, whatever, but get something more challenging, and do it. What's the worst that could happen? You sell the car. So what? But you have done it. Okay. Tamil team, hi, how are you? So again, I'm sorry about the background noise earlier. My wife was talking to the kids. Bro, any maintenance tips for the Audi? We'll look up for Fabs. So Audi is simple. Audi, Volkswagen group cars are simple. The main killer for the Audi cars are cooling systems. So you're talking about cooling hoses, you're talking about radiator leaks, you're talking about water pump. Cooling system is number one issue with Audi cars, because they are working at a very high capacity. And also, I think in our climate in Malaysia, you are pushing the car hard, because the car is being driven in a hot climate. So what you can do with those kind of cars? Number one, you can have your temperature sensor set on the car. Some Audis have ability to set a system whereby you can see what temperature is the car running at. Or you can buy OBD devices, plug in an OBD device, and you can plug it, leave it permanently on the car itself to see the temperature of the engine oil as well as the water pressure, water temperature. You can do, whenever you do a servicing, force the mechanic to do a pressure test. So what happens is they'll actually take out the radiator cap and they put in like a device that's like a plunger, and they'll pump up the radiator. So if there is a leak, even a small leak, the pressure will drop. So you know there's a small leak there. So if you do that for every servicing that you do, I think you're fine. You know, and if you ensure that the cooling system is fine on Audi, I think they go a very long way to its lifespan. The other stuff are normal stuff, the coil packs, the plugs, that will wear and tear items, but the cooling is the number one thing I think you should be worried about. What are you thinking about cars? Don't understand Tamil team? Don't get your question? But yeah, okay. Wow, I can't believe, but I've gone for 51 minutes now on a call. Hi Amirul, apa khabar? Hi Abang Tana. Hi Abang Amirul, apa khabar? Okay. What do you think about the 2020 Honda City versus the current Toyota Vios and Nissan Almera? Hmm. Okay. I think the Honda City, which I haven't tested yet, so I do not know what the Honda City drives like. We'll have to try it out. Um, the Nissan Almera, I think it's coming with a different angle, design-wise, engine-wise, a different kind of configuration. They're all new areas, and I think I can't comment on this until I actually drive them and test them out. The current Vios, yeah, it works. It's perfectly fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with those cars. But I think we're in a point now. Car manufacturers will get hungry for sales. You got to wait for a while. Some of the newer technologies out there, we do not know how they'll fare. But if you're a risk taker, take a risk. But I'm a more sensible. I'm more. I don't take much risk in that sense. You know, I'll buy a car when I know like all the issues have been solved, and I'll get the car. Or I know what the issue is to begin with the car, then I'll buy those cars. You know, so yeah, that's me. I would say if you are thinking about the Honda City, um, either you can wait or you can drive yourself first. I haven't driven one yet, and then decide. But again, all these three vehicles, the Nissan will probably have a higher value of depreciation. Vios and Honda will hold. The Honda to me is not timeless. It looks current for the particular age, and after a while it will change out. The Vios will just be a Toyota. The price will just be there forever. You know. So again, depends on what you want to get for. You know. Sorry, I can't help you that much on that issue. Rahul, love to watch your camping videos. Any events coming up? Really wanting me to get to 4x4. Yeah, so there's a small group of us in a WhatsApp group, and we get together. If you want to join on Facebook, go look around for 4x4 events or any camping trips. Yeah, just go and join and just make friends. You know, like the way I went for my first camping trip, it was on my first 4x4 camping trip was on February 29 and with Gary. So Gary is a person that I met last year during a drive. I met Gary and he added me on Facebook, and that was it. He went for a particular camping trip, and I said, "Hey Gary, this looks fantastic, awesome camping trip." And he said, "You should come lah, bro." I said, "Okay lah." So I went with a person I've hardly met, and I went camping with him because I met him on my Facebook, and that was on Feb 29, and now you see I bought a truck similar to his, and that was it. So go out there, make friends, go for drives. I think going for drives is the number one thing. You know, you meet people, you connect people, you see what the experiences are. You come for drives, you'll see me, can talk to me also, so we can be in a smaller group. You know, give my number, can connect, and yeah, you can join us for events. Best under 10 lakhs cars from Tamil team. So I can't comment on that because this is, I think, in Indian currency. I'm not sure what the prices in India are, but again, same concept on lifestyle. You have got to buy the car which fits your lifestyle. So in India, obviously, roads are not as good as in Malaysia. You got to go through harsh roads. So anything that's on a leather frame probably be more better. Innovas are fantastic, for example, in India. Typical luxury cars, typical passenger cars don't do well in India, in my opinion, because the suspensions, unless you modify them. Yeah, so that's the only issue, because vibrations and harsh riding conditions affect not only the shocks, but it affects things like, I know, your bushings in the arms. It affects your dashboard. Everything shakes and rattle. I'm talking about um, so cold shoulder points on electronic devices, so ECU, so everything in the car will be impacted. Just from the fact you're going on harsher conditions than what the car is meant for. If you're going on harsh conditions, like let's say in I won't say Kapong lah, but you get the idea lah. Somewhere like a suburb which is not so fantastic, don't drive an Audi or a Beamer that's lowered and has got like 2 inch of clearance. You got to drive maybe a X1 or a X3, something which fits the environment. So again, it depends on what you're using the car for. Yes, I saw that you're from Tamil Nadu. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us from Tamil Nadu. It's always good to have a viewer from India. Okay, I think it's going to be an hour that I spoke now. It's amazing that 1 hour has passed. So I'm ending my live stream in 3 minutes. Thank you again for watching. I didn't think this would work. I didn't think people would actually come on and stay on to hear me blabber. But again, I thank you so much. Thank you for all the support you're giving me. It's been a fantastic year. It's been a year actually. It's going to be a year come September 14. And yeah, I'm very appreciative. BMW X1 or RAV4, not fair lah bro. X1 different, RAV4 different. RAV4 is very capable, much bigger. I would say that the RAV4, I'm not a fan of X1. I think the X1, it's a low spec vehicle from BMW, which is okay for a fun runabout vehicle, but RAV4 is very capable. I think the RAV4 deserves to be mentioned. It's pretty fantastic. Okay, so again, this is me saying thank you, and as always, go out there and do something that makes you a little more fun, a little more excited, which makes you want to go out and stay driven, because you know what, you only live once. If you don't enjoy or make use of this life, I think it's a waste. We are in a time of we are in a time of great ordeal. People are being challenged into what we can do, and do it. Whatever you feel like doing it, do it. Yes, don't hold back. That's my only answer. Don't hold back. Do something that scares you. I'll end this thing with a small story I want to share. So, I think about 12 years ago, a friend, my friend's sister, wanted to learn salsa, and he didn't want to go. He said, Tana, look here, my sister wanted to go for salsa, can you please follow her? And she was like a sister to both of us. I said, fine. So I went to learn salsa, and I'm not the person to dance in public. So I did. I went there and I danced, and after the second lesson, she said she want to stop. And I said, why not stop? He said, no, I'm scared because people are looking at me. And I said, no, she should continue. So I made it a point and I continued on and I learned salsa. It was frightening to do salsa in public, but I did salsa and I learned the dance and I enjoyed it so much. And I think I hold that true to whatever I do in life. If you're doing something which doesn't scare you, I don't think you're doing the right thing. Okay? So go out there and get scared. Okay, guys? Yes, Rahul, see you soon in the drive, and till next time, this is me saying stay driven.